What's up, y'all? This is Shaft Macchio back for another edition of Pot on the Spot. Thanks for all of you guys that came out and viewed the first video I did and supported. Got a lot of great feedback, a lot of good positive and negative feedback. But hey, opinions are always welcome, positive or negative. Today, we are going to check out a spot called the Donut Hub. And this time around, National Donut Day is coming up this week. So I decided, hey, why not try one of my favorite desserts / breakfasts, donuts. I'm like Homer Simpson, y'all. I love me some donuts. I decided to check this place out. It's been in business for 60 years. It's practically an institution here in New York. So let's check it out. Let's see what's the most popular donuts out here on the menu and see what comes out of it. They really did a nice job in building this location. This is a really well put together donut shop. One of the best looking ones I've seen in the city. I like this atmosphere better in here, much more than Donut Planet, which is downtown Brooklyn. It's more cozier, more homey. I really like the vibe in here a lot. Popular donut here that I should try.
The glazed croissant donut, for sure.
The glazed croissant donut? Okay, so I'm gonna definitely take that. Any one of the flavors? Anyone?
I like this one because it's got graham crackers, it's got marshmallows, it's great.
Oh, okay, all right. So then we're gonna definitely take a look at that and see how it goes, and I'll do you my review of the donuts. Wow, look at all these choices, man. There's so many donuts here. I'm definitely gonna take the workers' opinion. We're gonna try one of the croissant donuts, but just give you a shot of what all the donuts look like here. This is pretty amazing.
Apple cider croissant, vanilla buttercream, big pounds, and
Wow, that looks impressive. That looks impressive. Definitely looking forward to that. Okay. See, I gotta decide which one of these I'm gonna pick. All right. You know what? Let me try the passion fruit. All right, so we got 3 choices here. The classic marble glaze, a passion fruit donut, and an apple cider croissant donut. So we're gonna try these out and see how these go. Okay, so we're outside now and we're about to try these donuts. What's crazy is everyone who's passed this place today automatically gets drawn into the donuts in the window. Just take a look behind me. See that? Pops right out. Pops right out. Everyone stops and they automatically get drawn in to the donuts in the window. How could you not? This is like little pieces of heaven just sitting on the shelf waiting for you to be eaten. Okay, y'all, we're gonna try the first donut. Classic, take a bite out of this. The classic marble glazed donut. It's chocolate mixed with old fashioned with glaze. So let's dig into this and see how it is. Amazing. This tastes really good. It's a very thin glaze on top, which I like. It's not too crazy, not too much sugar injected into it or spread over it. And in the middle, you could see that when I took a bite out of it, you could see that they put a little bit of chocolate in the batter and mixed it in with the old-fashioned batter. And on top, there is a small chocolate frosting under the glaze. So far, this donut is phenomenal. It's moist, it's tasty, there's just the right amount of sweet. It's not too crazy. This is one of my favorites so far. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5 pots. The flavor just bursts in your mouth when you taste it. I wanted to try this first because I wanted to go with something more classic before I go to the croissant donuts, because I'm not used to the croissant donuts, so this will be something new. Taking another bite out of this classic marble cake donut. Had to, because this is probably one of my favorites. This right here is solid. This is fire. You can't beat it, y'all. Classic combination, coffee and donuts. Nothing makes me more happier than having these two things together for breakfast or for dessert. And coffee, I gotta have this every day. This is like crack to me. This is my drugs right here. I don't do drugs, but this right here is my drugs. I love me some coffee. So, two of my favorite things in the world put together. All right, so donut number 2. This is the apple cider croissant donut. Now, this is a donut they recommended to me, and they said it was one of the top sellers. So, and they said croissant donuts are really popular here. So I did ask them what was the most popular. So let's check this out. Okay. Now, if y'all didn't know, I love apple pie. I'm a big apple head. So I'll have to say, not bad. Let me get a little bit of the frosting on top and taste it. Yeah, it definitely enhances the flavor. I would have to say it's a little dry for me in the end, because I'm more of a traditional donut person, but it is light, flaky, and tasty. Not bad at all. I prefer, me personally, I prefer a classic solid cake donut or a yeast donut. The rating I would give this donut is probably a 2.5 out of 5 pots. And you probably would rank it higher if you're a croissant person, but I like croissants, but like the normal traditional croissant, if I'm just gonna get a croissant sandwich or, just bake them in the oven at home, I don't know if I necessarily like them as donuts, but it's pretty good. It's very light, flaky. The apple comes together well with the texture of the croissant. So just me personally, not a fan of croissant as a donut, but for those who want to try it and like croissants as donuts, definitely try this one out. It comes highly rated. But I do still like the solid apple flavor. Now, this is the last of the 3 donuts that I'm taste testing, and this comes highly recommended from the staff. It's one of their newer flavors, passion fruit. And it looks like it's another croissant donut. And like I just said, not the biggest fan of croissant donuts, but this is one of the things they are known for. So why not? I'm gonna try it out. Let me take a bite and see how it is. This is pretty good. Actually, the flavor pops right out as soon as you put it in your mouth. I gotta say, even though I'm not a big fan of croissant donuts, like I just said, and I'm actually a bigger fan of apple than passion fruit, but this is kind of fire. This is a little bit better than this. The texture, it seems like the texture in the middle is way more moist than this one. I think this is one of the ones that just came out of the oven. So that's why it's more moist in the middle. I gotta say, just off the flavor alone, I gotta give this a higher score than this one. Out of the 2 croissant donuts, I gave this a 2.5 out of 5, and this is coming from someone who likes apples. I love apple, anything with apple pie, apple fritters, solid cake, apple cider donuts. Not the biggest fan of croissant donuts, but out of the 2, this definitely gets, I would say, a 4 out of 5 pots, whereas this got a 2.5 out of 5 pots. only because for whatever reason, this is hitting better than this one. I don't know, but they're the same kind of style of donut. But I think it's really more based on the flavor. The apple was good here, but this really blew it out the water. I forgot to add, y'all, does this compare to Dunkin' Donuts versus Krispy Kreme? To my liking, I like this donut shop and even a Donut Planet better than a Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme. Dunkin' Donuts, they get their donuts from the factory and they get it delivered. Donut Club, they do their donuts right on the spot and bake them right in their kitchen. Way bigger difference in freshness, flavor, and taste. And presentation. I mean, I just think when I go into Dunkin' Donuts, it's just, the presentation is lazy. And the people aren't as friendly when you go in here. Here, it's a more friendlier vibe, everybody's more relaxed. And as far as the flavor, Dunkin' Donuts tastes more dry, in my opinion, versus the flavorfulness of these donuts here. They pop out and immediately explode in flavor as soon as it hits your mouth. The taste just explodes. Krispy Kreme, too sweet. They have very sweet donuts here as well, but you got more variety and more choice. Whereas Krispy Kreme, everything's glazed. Every donut tastes almost the same with just added frosting or sprinkles or whatever. Here, they got so many different choices. You got lower sugar options, higher sugar options, and in the middle. Whereas Krispy Kreme just have one style, one flavor, you know, and it's just the same donut, in my opinion, over and over. The only difference is those literally come right out of the oven in the back, but I do think they also come from a factory. But Dunkin' Donuts, I know for a fact, they don't make their donuts on premises. And I think some Krispy Kremes, they make their donuts on premises, some they get it from the factory. But hands down, I prefer places like the Donut Pub more because you get a quality donut made fresh, made to perfection, and just an overall more enjoyable eating experience. Okay, y'all, I am donut out. But honestly, the whole experience here was just freaking amazing. Just awesome all around. I'm gonna give the whole establishment as a whole a 4.5 out of 5 because the staff is just wonderful, very nice. The food is fresh, the donuts are very fresh. The coffee is amazingly fresh. And the location right here downtown here on Astor and Broadway in Manhattan. This location is just really just chill, relax, and just, I got no other words to say, but just a nice place to be. I'm not gonna tell y'all to smash the like button, because everybody says that. I'm gonna tell you to punch that like button, hit that subscribe, make sure you hit the bell for the notifications. Definitely make sure you check out Mama Marsha's videos that she puts out every Saturday. She definitely has a new video every Saturday of new recipes, new dishes. Also, check out my videos. More will be coming soon. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. This is Shaft Macchio signing out. And we'll get back to some more good eats and get to another pot on the spot. See y'all later.